this, you're going to want more. When I was flipping through the book, I said, sure enough, she did. You take this into chapel to make an hour of adoration. I'm back again with some great suggestions for summertime reading. So if a friend of mine said, you're not going to waste your time reading novels this summer, right? So do you have any suggestions? Yeah, I have some really great suggestions. Two of them, actually, there's generally stacks of books that I'd like to suggest, but the last time I tried this, Sister said it's not like a half-hour program, it has to be short, so we'll limit ourselves here just to two of my favorite ones. We have a practice in our convent of making an hour of adoration every day, and we have many people asking us for suggestions. Sister, how do you make an hour of adoration? And truly, I've been making them for years, but I came across this book that was written by one of our sisters, Sister Marie Paul, and I said, well, I can't imagine she'd say anything I don't know already, but when I was flipping through the book, I said, sure enough, she did. It's just, it's a wonderful handbook on, let me show you the picture. Life of the World, a way of Eucharistic adoration for today. It's based on our Pauline spirituality. It's based on a lot of the writings of our founder, his prayers. He made many of ours as hours of adoration himself. And so this is, tapping into his wisdom on how do you go about making an hour of adoration. A woman came into the book center once and said, Sister, I make an hour of adoration. I sit in chapel and I read my Bible for an hour. I said, that's a good start. That's a great start. But you know what? There's a little bit more to it, and this gives you the how-to. The book is divided into three parts. The first part is a practical explanation of what exactly is an hour of adoration. Is it just reading? Is it just saying prayers out of a prayer book? What exactly is it? So you just get the outline of how to make an hour of adoration. The second part is actually hours of adoration made out for you. Sister Marie Paul put together 12 different hours of adoration on beautiful topics. Let me read a couple. Encountering the Master, Jesus the Good Shepherd, Bread of Life, Remain in Me, Mary, Faithful Disciple of the Master. But there's 12, so you get a nice variety. The first couple, she really itemizes absolutely everything, so you can't mistake it. You will know exactly how to make an hour of adoration after using the first couple. And after that, it's a little bit not as, point per point, but she has all the prayers. It's beautiful. The third part of it are prayers taken from the writings of the saints, from Scripture. That too is divided. Acts of trust, acts of faith. Let me see, there's popular Eucharistic prayers, acts of love. But the selection, I was reading through it in chapel yesterday, and I was really surprised. I said, boy, these are some that I would write down myself. I mean, there's a great collection of prayers, and sometimes you would have to go through dozens of books to just, cull some of these lovely prayers, and it's all here. So you take this into chapel to make an hour of adoration, you're all set. You know exactly what you're doing. It's a great handbook, even for people who have made hours of adoration all their life. This is a lovely book to have in your collection. It's also one that is nice to give to people there's so many people out there that want a closer relationship with God, and they want to know how to pray, but it's kind of a mystery to them. Where do you start exactly? They're not contemplative, they're not in the cloister. You don't have to be. Actually, this kind of prayer is for everybody, and that's what our founder taught us too, and this is what we would like to do, is share that with you. So this little book is $12.95, and it's worth every penny, and I think you'll get a lot of mileage out of it. It's not a book that you read and shelve. You probably, keep this around and use it when you go to chapel. So please, Life for the World is highly recommended. The other book is by Michael Casey, who is a Cistercian monk from Australia. And I picked this book up, and it's one of those, it happens once in a while. There's so many books to read, so little time, but you run across a book periodically where you can't get enough of it. This particular book I read 3 consecutive times, one after the other, and even after that I still go back to it once a year, maybe around Lent or Easter, and read over it again with a highlighter and a pencil and start all over again. There's just so much to it. I think what I find so appealing in this is that the subtitle is An Interactive Christology, which in simple terms means it's a practical life of Christ, a practical how-to on to imitate Jesus. So it alternates the life of Christ with chapters on, okay, how do I do that? How do I follow Jesus that way? The virtues. It's an incredible book. I don't know, I can't say enough about it, but it was, one of the sisters asked me, what would I recommend on, a book on the faith? I'm thinking, I guess you could read the Catechism. And I love the Catechism too. There's so many beautiful books, I said, but if you want to get something that's a really good start, you read something like this, you're going to want more. Definitely, you're going to want more. But it's, I don't know, it makes it practical. You read so many books on spirituality that sound very nice. You put it down and you say, okay, now what? Now what do I do? That was really poetic. That was lovely. This one, you can actually make concrete resolutions, for the day ahead. You can really use this book to, like what our founder said, our whole business here on earth is to, be conformed to the image of Christ. This is going to be very helpful in doing that. So could you please get yourself a copy of this book? It's very affordable. It's $19.95, and again, it's one of those books that you will keep on your bookcase and make frequent use of it. It's not a book just to be shelved. You will end up getting multiple copies for your friends so you can share it with them as well. So I hope you tune in next time. We'll have more books for you, but these two are really great for the summertime. One to take to church with you and get closer to God through prayer, and this one to learn more about Jesus and how appealing he is and why he's that appealing, and you really want to be like him, and this will really give you the how-tos to make it work. So thanks for tuning in again, you guys. Have a great summer. Enjoy your books. We'll be back later. God bless.